My project here in Romania, in Bucharest, is called Space Pulse, and I used to go around in the city taking pictures, and I was using an electronic armband, what usually runners use to track down their pulse, and I was taking pictures and tracking my pulse, and I made 5 light boxes, and they are blinking in the same way how my pulse was when I was taking the pictures.
And usually, which were the places that you chose for the pictures? How was your itinerary through Bucharest?
I went quite intuitively, and it was kind of let's say, marginal places, abandoned ones, like abandoned houses or yards, or even some, let's say, train hangars or something like this. Like, some of them are harsh in some ways. It has different layers, let's say, in itself. Yeah, so somehow I was really interested in going through those places and take pictures just to see, yeah, how I can experience it, like using some of the, electronic equipment. Yes, so I did this crumbled map, and I put it into a ball of resin. And usually I'm very much into working with maps. Somehow it really attracts me, all these cartographic things. And maybe it's about, let's say, a non-linear approach to this city.
So that is a map of Bucharest.
Yes, it is a map of Bucharest crumbled, yeah.
And tell us more about the radio and how these two pieces are connected. I think this is interesting,
yes,
to hear how they function.
What I have here is a small pirate radio station, and now it is attached to the electricity, but it could be portable as well. And here, actually now, it is broadcasting silence. And here we have the same frequency, 108, and you can actually hear, let's say, the silence, yeah, like this.
Interesting white object here.
Yes, and this object is, let's say, a part of my long-lasting research about connection and all about this radio thing and this void, let's say, what it contains. And here it is actually 2 radio towers connected, like a model of this made from cardboard.
How did you develop this interest in the void, and how would you describe void in connection to your artistic practice?
Yeah, this is probably the question actually I'm into, going through all this. It's kind of really hard to explain some things, even for myself, but somehow I really felt the need to close this void somehow, just to start to understand it, in a more, to go on.
You have a film presented in the exhibition, the film that you made in 2014, where you were a resident in Vienna.
That film is based actually on a dream I had some years ago, and it was about, let's say, a feeling of a big shift between 2 different poles. And what I had heard in that dream was sound of a submarine. And somehow I couldn't forget this for a really long time. And when I was in Vienna, I thought that I must use this opportunity because we have some nice hills and mountains around the city. So what I did there, actually I broadcasted using this portable radio station. By that time it was portable. I broadcasted this sound of submarine into the mountains, like to change something from really deepness of the sea to some highlands,
How did you develop it in Vilnius? Why did you decide for this method of work, in particular, for Bucharest?
This is a project I wouldn't like to do in my city somehow. Maybe because I'm too familiar with Vilnius, So it's more interesting to work, like to be parachuted somewhere and to explore then,